right, former New York Congresswoman Kathleen Rice joins us with her thoughts on the highlights from last night. We also have former Republican Governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson. Both are Scripps News contributors. Thank you both for being with us, and good morning to you. So, Kathleen, we'll start with you because we know the Obamas, they were saying last night, and the overarching message was, we know that there is a lot of enthusiasm, and we're really encouraging everyone to go out and vote, obviously, but there is still a long road ahead. And that's something that Vice President Harris has said over the last 4 weeks, is that they are still the underdog. So let's take a quick listen to what the former First Lady had to say last night.
Just joking.
We may not have that sound. Right. But everybody in that room, they knew who they were voting for. Who exactly are they speaking to right now? And do you believe that the Obamas moved the needle with what they had to say last night?
So I think that they did a masterful job of speaking to two distinct groups, not just the Democrats who were in the arena and throughout the country, to remind them how important it is, that this enthusiasm is great where it is right now, but we cannot rest back and say it's a fait accompli. We have to get out there and work. But the message specifically from Barack Obama was he really appealed to those independent voters, maybe disaffected Republican voters who are looking for a place to land. And he gave that message both to Democrats saying, look, have those conversations with people in your life with whom you disagree and see if you can come up with a way to find some kind of way to bring yourselves together, because there is so much more that unites us than divides us. And I thought that the two of them together did such a great, masterful job of, yes, keeping up the passion and the excitement and the enthusiasm, but also giving a very sober message that this is not done yet and we have a lot of work to do.
And to me, the undertone of those remarks about get out and work and don't get complacent, to me, what I heard too was, let's not repeat 2016, because there were strong critiques of how Hillary Clinton ran her campaign, and we saw what happened. And I that to me was a little bit of the subtext here. Don't get cocky.
Well, we've seen this before. We have seen this before. We had a woman at the top of the ticket in 2016, very competent woman, and we just maybe took some things for granted, assumed that more people were going to come out and vote, and they didn't. And look, this is the end of the day. You just need one. Well, you'd like to have one more than one vote, but you just want to win. You want people to come out and vote. And I think that the message last night was very clearly, we have to get out there and work and get people to remember how important it is to vote.
What do the Republicans do to counter-program and to blunt the clear momentum now behind the Harris campaign? Because there was already plenty of momentum. Now there could be a convention bounce. Things seem to be going pretty well so far. What's happening on the other side to kind of push back?
Well, I mean, first of all, Barack Obama in his speech, he understands that this election is going to tighten up, and that's why he's saying don't get cocky. And he also knows that there's a debate coming up. It's not that far away. It's September 10th. And that's another make-or-break moment for both candidates. And this convention is really a coronation. It is a presentation that's going very, very well. I wonder how much bounce will come out of this convention, simply because I think some of the bounce was already baked into her numbers before the convention started. She's had a good 30 days at the start of the campaign. And so what do the Republicans do? Obviously, the debate is a critical moment, but it's also getting back to the policy. Now, you look at Barack Obama's speech, you look at Secretary Clinton's speech, they're not dealing with substantive issues. It is about bringing people together. It is about the importance of women in politics, but there's not that many issues that are substantively being addressed. I think the Republican side has to get back to the economy, to border security. Immigration hasn't been talked about really at this convention to any extent. And so those substantive issues, I think, is what wins Americans, and they're going to have to get back to that.
And go ahead.
Well, I think that one overriding theme that has been spoken about at this convention is women's health. I mean, I don't think there is a more compelling issue that is going to motivate people to vote. That Project 2025 wants to take women back to a time when they had no rights over their bodies, no decision-making whatsoever in their lives. And that is really frightening. And I think that there has been talk of health care, not just women's health care, but maintaining the Affordable Care Act, not throwing 45 million people off their health care. And yes, strengthening the border. Remember, it was President Trump who scuttled that pretty conservative, bipartisan deal that had been worked out in the Senate and said, don't vote for it because we don't want to give Democrats a win. So I hear you when you say, I do think that people care about the economy, and they probably will in the days coming start talking about that. But I think there has been a lot of substance spoken about at this convention.
On that particular topic, absolutely. It's been focused on, and this is where the burden shifts to the Republican side and to Donald Trump to better explain his position. There was some misinformation that was out there. They're trying to lump Donald Trump into opposing abortion in the cases of rape and incest. Well, he's been very clear that he supports those exceptions to any restrictions on abortion. When it comes to IVF and birth control, I mean, those are things that very much supported.
Do you think that nuance, though, erases the fact that he put the justices on the court that overturned Roe and has repeatedly said, I'm proud of it, I have no regrets, I do it again?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, he's embraced that, he did that, and it means a great deal to the pro-life movement. Now it is a debate within the states, and the states are going to have to determine all of these specific issues, like Texas, to make sure that they have the protections for the women and they're not turned away from doctors in their communities. And so, yes, the Republican side has got to explain their specific pro-life position with more compassion and understanding and flexibility to meet the needs, but it's going to be done at the state level. Now, that's all fair game on the Democrat side. They've done a good, effective job of it during this convention, but there's a lot more to the story that's going to have to be addressed in the coming months.
Thank you both. Yeah. Governor Hutchinson, Kathleen Rice, appreciate you guys being here. I wish we had more time. There's a lot to chew on, but we know you'll be back. So we'll be right back with more Morning Rush right after this quick break.
Do you want